lost power during the recent rainstorms here in the East. No damage to the PC this time, but it made me worried about my hard drive. Any suggestions on UPSs? Ronald. His name is not actually Ronaldo, but it rolls off the tongue so much easier.
Especially when you say UPS.
Ronaldo.
It's like a children's story. Ronaldo and the UPS.
Yeah.
So, uninterruptible power supply. Do you use an uninterruptible power supply?
I don't, but after this segment, I have a feeling I'm going to want to.
They're kind of like surge protectors with more oomph, right? It's a really simple concept. It's a box with a battery inside of it, and when the power goes out, you connect your computer, your other equipment to it. It goes insane. But your equipment stays powered, and if you have power chutes set up, it'll actually automatically shut down, save out your applications, shut everything down, and give you a nice, clean system shutdown instead of going like this and potentially wiping all your data. There's also usually a surge protector built in, and I gotta be honest with them, I use them on my router, my cable modem. I have them for my main computer downstairs. Partially, I used to live in a place where the power was horrible in Jersey, and we had like 6 of these protecting all the computers in the office, which is down the hall from my room.
So how long does a battery on one of these live?
That's where it gets interesting. Let's take a step back. We'll talk about that in a second. Basically, the short answer to that is how big is the battery, and how much money you paid, and how big the battery is really determines how long it can run, and of course the equipment load. Most UPSs are offline or standby devices. That basically means when the AC goes out, it falls below a certain level. Sorry about that little device box, APC 700. When the AC goes out or falls below a certain level, you switch to the internal battery power as a source. I have not yet had to change the battery in this one, and this is basically like the one user serviceable part inside of an uninterruptible power supply. But this is a pretty large battery for a consumer power supply. High-end, big location UPSs. So basically, so for the consumer ones, there's a very fast switch, and it goes, something's gone horrible with the electricity, and it switches over to an inverter connected to the battery. High-end, big location UPSs can be double conversion. Sometimes I hear people are using these in high-end sort of media power supply systems. It's like $7,000 boxes. You go with your $42,000 preamp. In which case, double conversion means the AC always charges the batteries always charge the inverter or run the inverter that powers your equipment. And the idea is that you have super clean power, which is, if you want to like serious audio, like a lot of serious audio geeks I've seen, they actually have like 12-volt lead acid batteries powering inverters to power their high-end theater equipment, audio equipment, so that they have like perfect sine wave. In any case, I like APCs, UPSs. I've been using them forever. I like the UPS selector tool on the website. It lets you pick a desired runtime before pale, which brings us to, you'll like this part. If you want 70 minutes for a particular computer once you spec it out, instead of 10 minutes, that's one of the differences between a $100 UPS and a $900 UPS.
What?
Well, if you want to, but basically there's kind of like 2 ways of using these. One is like, things have gone horribly wrong and I want a graceful shutdown of my equipment, whether I'm in the house or whether I'm somewhere else.
So you need something to alert you of that fact and kind of
basically
warn you that the power is out.
There's, where's the plug? So this will actually have a UPS. USB adapter. The USB adapter plugs into your machine so that when this knows that the power is out, it basically tells the PowerShute software, the power is out, it's time to initiate a graceful shutdown. And it closes out your application, saves the files that are open, and then shuts your system down so it doesn't do that whole like rip the cable out of the wall, kill your hard drive kind of thing. If you want to be like, I need this equipment to run until I am done, that's where it starts getting really expensive because batteries get really expensive.
And that is a hefty battery.
That is a hefty battery. We actually replaced one of these with a 12-volt car battery, which is generally not recommended. It's a great way to burn down your house or at least light your UPS on fire if things go horribly wrong. But it will let you run a disco ball for days.
And that is what matters.
Especially if you're in the desert. I've heard good things about Belkin and Triplite UPSs, uninterruptible power supplies too, but I've been buying APCs for a really long time. They haven't failed me yet, so I'm sure I'm going to get 23 emails this week that tell me exactly why no one should buy APC uninterruptible power supplies because they failed on you. But yeah, I like APC.
Seems like a pretty good investment.
I really, if you like to leave files open and if you lose the work on those files, you're kind of snuffed. They're really nice. They're also, if you have bad power, and like here in San Francisco, the power grid's a little aged and it's a little beat up, and we do these, cute little rotating blackouts in hot summers. UPS, good.
Very cool.